we've brought in e-ticketing. I think COVID encouraged us to bring that in earlier than I imagine we maybe would have, but it's gone really well. And I think that's been a really positive thing in terms of the environmental sustainability of the Fringe as a whole. We have resources, guidance, people that can advise on the specifics. Making your show sustainable is always going to come down again to the kind of event you're putting on, the kind of show you're hosting.
On the travel front, if you can start making connections with other people attending the Fringe from maybe your local area. I've seen in the past people share van hire because they were like, the only way we can get the set here is via a van, so it's more sustainable if we can buddy up with another company. It also saves them both financially, things like that. I think like flyers are a huge impact, and we're very much a flyering festival. I don't think that's ever going to fully go away, but this year, following the pandemic, there's like a lot of people are using QR codes in the way that when they first came around, everyone was like, these are never going to take off. And then suddenly this year, people will have one big flyer with a QR code on it. You always need less flyers than you think you do. So making those kind of decisions, on top of what's in all the resources, there's a guide to making your show sustainable. Yeah. I think it's, rather than it being like one big thing you have to do, it's probably lots of little decisions that you make throughout your journey to bring in a show that will help in the long run.
We're running a pilot scheme with Julie's Bicycle, who are an organisation that help cultural organisations measure their carbon footprint and improve their carbon footprint. So this year we have a small number of venues and companies taking part, but we're hopeful that in the future we'll be able to roll that out to a much larger group of venues and performing companies. And I think one of the primary parts of that project is measuring your carbon footprint, because it's hard to impact your carbon footprint if you don't know what it is and you haven't seen the different aspects of putting on a show, and how that impacts the environmental side of things. So that's certainly something that it'll be interesting to see how that develops. And I guess also, sustainability isn't just an environment thing, it's a city thing, and thinking about sustainability in a more general way is something that's really positive, I think. How does your show sit within the city, and how are you approaching things like flyering with that in mind, with local residents in mind, with the sustainability of the festival in an ongoing way? Because I think that's sometimes missed. People think, sustainability equals less paper, but it's quite a bigger topic than that, I'd say.